Hi and welcome to this week's Something for the Weekend. I'm Tony, Sales Manager here at Martin Lynch & Sons. And yes, it's that time again. We're going back to our used equipment walk around. And it's been a very, very long time since we've done one of these. So I'm going to make it extra special. If you're watching this on Friday, which you probably are, I'm in a safe place. So this is pre-recorded, but I'm in a safe place, which means Martin can't get to me, which also means you're going to get some very, very, very special prices. Okay, so kicking off, Henry, we're going to go to a lovely radio, one I really do love, and it's Yaesu's FTDX10. Now, you know, since these were released, they came out around about £1,500 when they were first released. Great hybrid radio, so SDR and standard combination. HF 6 meters, 4 meters. Is there a big step up from the FT710? Yes, there is. We have them in the shop side by side, so if you want to kind of find out for yourself, you can do. So these are currently at 1099. Now, as I said, I'm actually in a safe place whilst you're watching this. So for this weekend, and I might let it drag on for the week, £899. So that's 899 will be the special price on a used FTDX10. Now, all of our used equipment does come with 3 months warranty. It's all fully checked out by the guys upstairs. If you've met Gary, you know he's very, very thorough. So moving on, Henry, Yaesu's FTDX101MP. So you've seen the DX10 just now. We've mentioned the 710. This is the flagship radio from Yaesu at the moment. So HF 6 meters and 4 meters as standard, 200 watts output. It comes with this lovely power supply stroke speaker. You can add an additional speaker as well for the sub band if you want. So you can have that sitting on this side, the SP101. Absolute cracker of a radio if you want to work DX. Superb. Again, it's got the monitor out function as well, DVI output. Now these are 3599. Those who have been looking at these would kind of seen that I'd cut them down to about 3.3 on the website. However, we're going to go a little bit more crazy, and we're going to go to 2,999. So under £3,000 will get you an FTDX101MP. Now, I've got a few of these as we go down the line, you'll probably see, but once these are gone, we're probably going to go back to the original price. So if you want one, get in really quick and grab yourself and a flagship Yaesu radio. Okay, now we're going to move to Icom. And if we go over here, Henry, Icom's IC-7300. Big thank you to all of those that watched the IC-7300 Mark II video. Can't wait for that one to come out. Probably going to be the end of the year, maybe next year. Now, the good thing with the 7300 Mark II coming out is obviously we're getting a lot of IC-7300s in. As you can see, 799. We'd already dropped the price on these. They used to sell for around £949, and then the new price at the moment is £999, so under £1,000. So I kind of thought, well, I'm taking a lot of these in. Let's give back a little bit to the ham radio community. So these are going to now be £699, so under £700 for the IC-7300. Which again will give you HF 6 and 4 meters as standard. Now, there's no monitor out on these, so obviously bear that in mind. However, if you want a radio to go travelling, maybe even a backup radio, £700 for an IC-7300. I'm glad I'm not in the store today, that's for sure. Okay, moving across, Henry, we're going to take a look at Icom again at the IC-7100. So, beauty of this radio, it's kind of a shack in a box. So, HF 6, 4, 2 and 70 is standard. It does have a USB connection. It is the old type, so just bear that in mind. But you can run all of your digital modes, FT8, etc. straight from that. Now, price-wise of these new, you're looking over £1,000 for these new. Now, they come with this lovely remote head unit, monochrome display. £799 I've got these up for at the moment. Going to knock another £100 off of these, so it's going to be £699 for the ones that we have in stock at the moment. So £700 for an IC-7100. Great radio if you want absolutely everything in there and you want to go mobile. So again, be quick. Once they're gone, prices will probably go back up to what they were. Okay, moving across, I have brought my book with me because there's a lot A lot of price deductions. And we're going to go to TS-590S, Henry. So if we go along here, we've got Kenwood's lovely TS-590S. Now this is the predecessor to the SG version, which is currently available, you know, circa sort of £1,400, £1,500. These are currently $799. You're going to get HF and 6 meters. Really simple to use. Basically, whatever's on here you press, whatever's above it you hold. I've gone through that many times before. 2 antenna sockets on the back. Again, USB connectivity if you want to run digital modes. Very simple radio, absolutely superb receiver on these. RJJ, who you've probably met in front of store, absolutely swears by his 590. He absolutely loves it. Anyway, $699. So again, another £100 off of the Kenwood TS-590S. What do you mean? That's still not cheap enough? Okay, so we're going to do $599 now. So £599 on a TS-590S. Absolute bargain. I've got a few of these in, so if you do want one, again, be quick. And once they're gone, they're gone. Okay, moving along, Henry, or moving up, I should say, to the Zero Stealth Loop. Now, these are great if you've got limited space. I know a few people that run these on their balconies. Now, it's not going to be optimum, obviously, on a balcony, but it will get you on the air. Now, these are £1,000 plus brand new. This one's in beautiful condition, been very well looked after, comes with the controller as well. Price wise on this is going to be $999. So 999, under £1,000 to get yourself into a stealth loop. And that really has been looked after, that one. So it's as if you're buying new. Okay, moving across, Henry. We said it at the beginning, Yaesu's FT710 Field. Currently up for £849, HF6 and 4 SDR transceiver. You've seen me use these remotely. Absolutely love the 710. Does exactly what you need to do. 100 watts, built-in ATU, again USB connectivity, DVI out as well for a monitor. With the FT710 Field, I'm having to look on my list. I've gone a little bit out of order. We're going to go down to $699. So £700 will get you a fully warranted Yaesu FT710 Field. So this is a great little radio, and I've got one more in my sort of top 10 discounts this week. And we're going to go back over to here, Henry, for Icom's IC-9700. So if you're not into HF and you want to do VHF, UHF and 23 SEMS, the 9700 is the go-to radio for that. 100 watts outputs, that lovely colour display as well, simple UI, up for $14.99 used, and I'm going to drop that by £200, so we're going to be $12.99 for an IC-9700. You will have to be quick, because I believe there's only 2 of these available, so you will have to be very quick to grab those. Okay, speaking of Icom radios, now we're talking Icom special radios now. We have in an IC-7851. Now, if you've always dreamt of this radio, this is a beautiful example, been very well looked after by one of our customers, bought new from us. Price of these seem to keep going up and up, just because they're becoming rarer, everyone's keeping hold of them. Fully boxed, 200 watt radio, obviously dual receive, HF and 6 meters. Price wise, I've looked online, anything from about £8,000 to £9,000 when you're looking at a really good example of these. However, you know how we do it at Martin Lynch and Sons, this will be 7851. So £7,851 will get you into a lovely IC-7851. And now don't forget, we do ship worldwide. It's not a problem. If you do need to pay any taxes, that can all be done online. But yeah, I mean, this is beautiful. As you can see, it's got the side handles there, and we've got all of the shipping boxes as well for the 7851. This one I know is pretty much, well, it's just basically been on display in the guy's shack. He's got so many radios. So get in quickly on the 7851. Now, before I go, one more radio. I know I said top 10. But this is a current radio. Only been out for maybe a month or so. Yaesu's FTDX1. we've got our first used example of Yaesu's FTX1 field. Price wise on this is going to be $14.49, so you're going to save about £150 or so. Obviously comes with the battery, it is fully boxed, I have the box for it there. Now if you've bought one of these already and you're thinking, oh, I kind of wish I'd gone for the Optima, well, we have Yaesu's SPA1, which is the RF deck, 100 watt RF deck with the built-in tuner for the FTX1. And this will be going up around $499. I might do a bit of a discount on this actually to give you a bit of a chance to grab that and upgrade your FTX1 into an Optima, because that's kind of the only difference, let's be honest. Right, that is all of the used items for now. But before I go, do not forget we are recruiting here. I'm looking for another salesperson to come and join the team. You've seen the videos, you know how much fun we have here. Yes, it's hard work, I'm not going to lie. However, if you can make it into the store every day, you love radio, and you just want to chat to amateurs all day long, then why not get paid for it? Send a CV through to me, maybe give me a call, and we'll go from there. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.
So that was good, wasn't it? Thank you, Tony. What an amazing amount of used equipment we've got. We were quite aware, actually, that we hadn't put a used equipment list out. I can hear a beeping noise, but it's a big lorry turning up with a load of kit for us, new stock. Right, so where do I start? I have to thank everybody for the Newark show, for coming along and supporting us. Hundreds and hundreds and probably low thousands of you came to Newark 2 weeks ago. We enjoyed it a lot. We sold a lot of kit. That's always very, very enjoyable for me. One of the things that did go very well on the stand were 40 fines. And we put a huge dent in the amount of 40 fines that we took from this 40 fine section. And then I come back and Tony tells me he's been going mad again buying 40 fine stock. 40 fines means we buy the kit, it might be in lovely condition, it might not be. We quickly test it now, which we never used to do. If it works, we put a label on it and tell you it works, but we still have to sell it to you for spares. Why? Because we can't get bits for it. So it might work for 6 months, it might work for 10 years, it might work for a week, but when it goes wrong, we can't fix it. So the price generally reflects that, but at least you know now whether we've tested it, and if it does work, if there's something wrong, we make a note of it. In saying that, I have to say, look at this old machine. The Yaesu FT1, Yaesu bought this out, it must be 40 years ago now. Fantastic radio, beautifully made. They made a big mistake with it when they in the design area when it first arrived, and the IF shift and width control used to drift. So when you were using it, you were forever having to move this around, which you shouldn't do, of course. Once you set these controls, it should stay there. Yaesu, typical Yaesu, really got the problem head on and issued a whole load of boards to replace the faulty parts of the machine to make it work, or the radio, to make it work properly. This has almost certainly had it. It's worth a hell of a lot more than 300 quid. There is a problem. When it was sent to us, it was badly packaged, and you can see that the back of the chassis had a big dent. So £300. Come along and have a look at that, because if I still had a large Radio Shack in my home in North Devon, Bideford, North Devon, that would be in it, because that really is going back into the 80s, and a masterful machine that was. Other bits, FV901DM, who's got an old FT901 in their shack. Probably haven't anymore, but if you have, there's a VFO for it, the digital one, the digital display. 2 TS-2000s. These, if they were making them new, as old as they are, i.e. 25 years old this year, we'd still be selling them. We've got some mad prices on this. I'm fed up with looking at these, £500 each. You've got a TS-2000, slightly low on power. They work otherwise, £500 each. No arguments. Ring Tony up and said, the governor said £500 each. Come and have a look. That's those. What else have we? Oh, that one actually, you can have it 400 quid. That's even lower power output. 400 for that, 500 for that. You can see what they were marked up at before. Now, I've got to thank somebody. The chap's called Andrew. He came up to the stand at the Newark show and said, Martin, would you be interested in buying an FT780 as a trade-in? I said, an FT780, what, the one that came out nearly 45, 50 years ago? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I've got it. He said, I bought it new. Did you? He said, yes. So he said, I've looked after it. It's in quite good condition. I said, can I have a look? Well, there's the handbook with all the bits in. You used to get schematics and everything in those days. There's the original bill of sale that he paid £300 for. And this is the radio. And this is how he presented it to me. I went, oh, you've got the original bag. Yeah, you've got the original box and the original bag. And you've got the little swing ticket on it. Yeah, I've got the swing ticket on there. Every radio, Yaesu radio used to have these lovely little tickets on there with the serial number stamped on the back. And he said, yeah, I've quite looked after it. Well, that is crazy. Whilst I buy lots of old kit in, and also we've tested it and it works 100%. So I'd just like to say to Andrew, G6AZE, thank you ever so much. It's not going anywhere. It's sitting in my collection. And when you come into the shop, you can look at it and still remember how it was. All the bits are in the box. It's even got the wire and cradle metal stand that goes here. So, wow, I just loved it. Right, so lots of other gear, tons of use. You've seen all that. Last thing is, I mentioned a month or so ago in the little quarter page strip that we're now stockists for Monimoto. What's Monimoto? All the motorcyclists out there, and I know there are many, many motorcyclists amongst us radio hams. In fact, in the 16 staff that we have here, 8 of us are motorcyclists. Crazy, isn't it? And I have my motorcycles protected with a Monimoto. What's a Monimoto? It's a little tracker. There it is. That's the tracker. Proper tracking device. You program the thing up with your phone, either iOS or Android. Takes from start to finish typically 10 minutes to do. And you assign this with your phone. You then hide this in the bike. And the big advantage of these trackers, unlike most, if not all the others on the market, they're self-powered. So in here, you've got a USB-C socket. You charge that up, you'll get up to 12 months operation out of this. And don't worry, if the battery goes flat, it bings and comes up and tells you on your phone, and you just pull it out again and charge the thing up. It comes with a little tag, so that you put around your key fob. You hide this in the bike. And I think any bike, you can hide that. I mean, look how small that is. No power from your bike, doesn't flatten the motorcycle. Just to show you, I've got quite a few bikes. I still love bikes. That's just some of the machines that I have with Monimotos hidden on it. If the bike gets moved, literally more than a metre or two, and that's nowhere near it, your phone rings. And it tells you that that device is being moved. If you think, well, I'm not there moving it, somebody must be stealing it, you can then enable live tracking. It'll then turn the thing into a full tracking device, and you can see exactly where it is. Even Adrian Flux or Bike Shore cover this as an approved device, and they'll give you a bit of discount if you have one of these on your motorbike. I just wouldn't want to have a bike without it, to be frank with you. They really are that good. So nothing to do with amateur radio, but it is radio, and I love motorcycle bits, running a bike shop for years. So the Monimoto, look on our website and you'll see they're listed there. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you for your support at Newark and for the lovely kind words on my history of 35 years of Martin Lynch & Sons. If you missed that video, that's about 2 videos ago. And also for the walk around on the Newark Hamfest that I did, showing my competitors, friends in the industry, and Yaesu and Icom and the IC-7300 Mark II. There's so much happening at the moment. It's great, isn't it? That's it for now. See you next week. Ta-ra.